All right, so first things first, you're going to log into eBuddy. So let me get started here on this. You're going to see half of my screen is the PowerPoint presentation, and then half of the screen is what it's actually going to look like in eBuddy. So tonight's Troop Cookie Consultant eBuddy training is going to be about an hour. I'm going to try my hardest to keep it right at an hour. You will learn the basic tabs in eBuddy. We're going to talk about receipts and how to enter those into eBuddy, and then resources to find any answers that you have or any questions that you have during the sale. So a lot of times, we have a book. We also have the eBuddy Help Center. We have our website. And a lot of those times you can look and find your answer right there instead of having to wait on us if it is a weekend and you want to get it taken care of. As always, here's the product sales team. Corey Sproul does all digital cookie and eBuddy ads, and as well, she does all the cookie rally supplies. So if you are asking about those questions, you might be talking to her. Morgan is in the middle. She's our volunteer product program specialist. She deals with all volunteer training. And then me, I'm your product sales manager. And if at any time, we are always here to help. Your service unit cookie consultant is always here to help. And if you need us, the best way to get a hold of us is info@gswestok.org. A lot of times, especially starting this season, we're in meetings, we're in the cookie cupboard, we're on the phone constantly. So a lot of times the phone isn't the best way to reach us. We'll try to get you called back as soon as we can. But a lot of times that's after hours because we aren't at our desk. So just letting you know, info@gswestok.org is the best way to reach us. And if you have easy questions, 405-528-4475, our customer care team can help you as well. So want to reiterate the purpose of the Girl Scout Cookie Program. It's the largest girl-led business in the world, and girls learn the 5 skills, the skills that they hopefully will be using for the rest of their lives. So first they set a goal. They make decisions around that goal. Are they going to sell this many cookies? Say they are planning a trip to Savannah. If it's between flying or driving, they're going to make the decision on logically how many cookies they can sell to afford that plane ticket or to afford a car, rent a car, and get out there. Money management skills, they're learning how to count back change. Math skills, if their customer's buying 4 boxes of cookies for $4 a piece, what does that equal out to? And people skills, they're learning to go up and talk to people, and all kinds of people. Some people like to be sold to loudly and excitedly, and some people like to take their time and make decisions, so they're learning to read people. And then, of course, business ethics. If you are taking money, you need to be turning it into your troop leader and not spending that money on other things, but what the troop has said that they were going to spend it on. So, of course, the cookies, we have these 6 varieties that are $4. So our classics, the Thin Mint Samoas, Tagalongs, Do-si-dos, Savannah Smiles, and Trefoils. And then we have 2 varieties that are $5 a piece, and they are the Toffee-tastics and the Girl Scout S'more cookies. And the S'more cookies are new this year, and they are made of all clean ingredients. So that is why they are $5, as both of these cookies cost more to produce. So they cost more to the council, and in turn we have to pass that along to our customers. If at any time you have questions or you're not quite sure where to start in the cookie process with your girls, littlebrowniebaker.com, so littlebrownie.com, has a lot of different things to help you. So if you want to do a couple more activities around like crafty or cookie rally activities, there are a long list of money management, counting back change, goal setting, and decision-making activities to kind of get the girls in that thinking mode. And then something that's new this year is the Built by Me Planner. Oops, sorry, I didn't put it on here. And the Built by Me Planner is something that volunteers can go in, answer a couple of questions, and it will come out with a step-by-step plan of how to talk to your troops, how to talk to your troop parents, and kind of a checklist along the way of, talking about booth sales, talking about rewards, what the girls want to do. And you can print it out and email it to every single parent, and that's on littlebrownie.com. So now we're going to talk about the technology. So first thing first, we're going to log into eBuddy. And so yours is going to look a little bit different when you first log on than mine will, since I have some access, but we're going to jump to a different screen. So everybody should be entered into eBuddy now. And so you would just enter your email address that you have on file with Girl Scouts Western Oklahoma, and the temporary password is DOSI@6481. Definitely pay attention to the capitalization, and there's no spaces in this. So if that does not work, you're already loaded in here. Sometimes it has success for the temporary password, and sometimes it doesn't. So if you enter in your email address and leave the password blank and click the forgotten password right here, then you will get an email sent to your email address, and it will have a temporary password for you to log in. So once you get that, you're going to log in. If it's your first time logging in, it'll ask for you to create some security questions and a new password. But if you've logged in before, you're going to see your troop dashboard. So this is what you will see when you log in. And your troop dashboard is going to show you anything that your troop or that's going on in the council. So right now, initial order is due in eBuddy tomorrow by 11:59. So that is here. We put this eBuddy training link up here. So if anybody wanted to get in, any of the reminders that are going to happen, we'll put here on your dashboard. There's also a kind of a checklist. Well, you can't actually check them off. It will be checked off after you do them. So if you currently right now, we should be making sure that all girls' names are in the girls tab, which we'll get to, and then submitting your initial cookie order. So that would be next on the checklist, and when you submit that, it'll check itself off. Also, there is a calendar, and the calendar has all of the dates listed, and that is for anything that is in your troop cookie manual. That whole list, they are all in this calendar, so you can see what's going on. Like your troop order is due tomorrow, and then the very first boost sale sign up is on January 20th. So you can always look here if you're looking for dates. Something to the next tab is your contacts tab. Let's see if I've got this. So you should be listed here in your contacts. If for any reason you need somebody else added here, you can go to your settings tab. So once you look at your settings tab, make sure we're keeping up here with the PowerPoint as well. In your settings tab, you can see your level and who can be added as far as adults to your eBuddy. So if I am looking here and I don't have individual girls, I have a junior troop, I'm going to change my level to junior. And then also I might be the troop leader, but I have a troop cookie chair. And so I can enter their email address in this and add them. If I just want, say, maybe I'm the troop cookie chair and I want to add my troop leader, but I don't want her to have access to enter in any receipts, that's all going to be me. You can give her a troop view only user. And that way that she can see and click on anything, but she can't actually change any of the information. The next tab is your girls tab. So this is where we need to look and make sure you have girls listed that are in your troop. So this is kind of a large troop because we just moved a bunch of girls. But if I have 5 girls and I only have 4 girls listed, then you need to send an email to info@gswestok asking for the asking for you to add a girl to your troop. Just give us her name, and then we'll get her added in. We only add girls that are registered members. So if they have not renewed their membership or they are not a GS West OK member, then we cannot get them added. So that's usually the #1 reason that girls aren't listed in there. On this screen, the only thing that I can change, I can't change her grade and I can't change her name or add anyone. The only thing I can update is their shirt size and if I want to put in a sales goal for the girls. If I put the shirt size in here, it makes it easier at the end of the sale when I'm trying to do my rewards. So I can put in all of their shirt sizes and I can update, and then they'll be updated. So your initial order is due tomorrow, so you will have access to put in your initial order today. If you're not quite ready or you don't have that yet, your service unit person can help you. Your service unit cookie consultant can help you put that in as of January 6th. So they have access to that. If for some reason, your troop bank account isn't set up quite yet, or you're unable to make that initial order, send us an email at info@gswestok.org and we can add you into that. We will definitely get it worked out. So if you're a returning troop and you have great parent participation, we recommend that you order 190 boxes per girl selling. So what that means is if you have 10 girls in your troop, but 2 of them do not sell cookies, maybe they're at their dad's every other weekend and that's in Texas, so they just don't have a whole lot of time to do that. Those girls don't come out of your troop, but I would only order based on the 8 girls that are going to sell. So 8 girls times 190 boxes per girl, and that would give you your initial order. There is a spreadsheet that can help you break down. You put in the number of girls you have and the number of boxes that you want them to sell, and it'll help break out the varieties. That was sent out in eBuddy, but I can get it sent out again if we need to, or send it to, if you want to send me if you need this again, you can send me an email and I'll get them out to you tomorrow. If you are a brand new troop, we recommend 50 boxes per girl selling. If you have great parent involvement and the girls are really gung-ho and have some goals, you can up that a little bit, but we just want to make sure that, as your first time, you don't know what to expect. We want to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed and you have enough boxes that you're not sitting on them at the end of the sale. We do have a couple of recognitions based on your initial order. If you order, now this gets a little bit confusing. This is based on your per girl registered. So if you have if you have 10 girls registered, you would need to order 190 boxes per 10 girls to get this 2017 patch. And you get 1 for every girl that is registered at initial order. If you add any girls on at the end of this, or like in 2 days you add more girls, they would not get the patch because they were not in at initial order. The tray is for 250 boxes per girl registered. So if you order 250 boxes for all 10 of those girls, then you would get, which would be 2,500 boxes, you would get the 2 of these vintage 100 anniversary trays. Your initial order can actually are the only cookies that we do take back. We give you 2 weeks to sell, so if you over order in that time, you have to return them to a cupboard by February 20th. So if you are not selling like you thought you were going to, you ordered 100 boxes per girl and 2 girls dropped out and they've stopped coming to meetings and you don't want to get stuck with a lot of cookies, you contact me, we'll talk about it, and then it has to be done by February 20th that you bring back the cookies to the cupboard. So that way they have to be unopened cases. So they can't be cases that you have sold out of, and they have to be a variety that you have not checked out any more boxes from a cupboard. So if you have any questions about that or need more clarity when the time comes, I will be more than happy to talk about it with you. So now to place our initial order. You go to your initial order tab in eBuddy, and all of your girls are going to be listed. That is not relevant. We do not want to add any cookies under the girl's name. We only want to look down, sorry, I got a lot of girls in this troop, into the other column. So Toffee-tastic, the gluten-free cookie, is limited in supply. So we allow troops to only get 4 cases for their entire troop. If that is something that you don't want full 4 cases, you can send an email to info and I can change that for you if you only wanted 2 or possibly 1 case. But otherwise, everybody else is getting imported in with the 48 boxes or 4 cases. I came up with my initial order, so I'm going to order my 190 per girl. I'm going to click on this other line, and that is where I'm going to enter my boxes of cookies. So I am going to enter boxes, but they must be in multiples of 12 to make a full case. So if I want 4 cases of Savannah Smiles, I'm going to type in 48 boxes. I'm going to do wait more. So I have my multiples of 12, and when I click OK, it'll show me the full cases that I have ordered down on this cases to order. Once again, I'm only putting this in the other column and then double checking it here. So I will pick up 63 cases of cookies for my initial order. When I am done with that, you can hit save. If I need to think about it, I'm doing it tonight. I think that's what I'm going to do, so I'm going to hit save. And then tomorrow, if I want to come back in, I can always click on it. Be like, man, you know, I just really wasn't sure, but everybody's talking about these Savannah Smiles, so I'm going to change and up it to 2 more cases. So I can click OK. When I am completely done and want to submit my order, I submit my order. Now, it does warn you, you can only submit your order 1 time. Are you sure? Well, yes, because now it's tomorrow and I need to get it in, so I'm going to submit my order. It is going to tell you that you need to go to your delivery tab and specify your delivery options. So there are, every troop needs to do this. So here's the delivery tab, and it's telling me that I've got 65 total cases to pick up. And I am going to pick up for my troop. If I had 2 different troops, I could say that some other troop is going to pick up my troop order, and it would ask me who that troop is. But, so will you be picking up for more than 1 troop? Yes, and I could add in those right here. But nope, it's just me. So now if I want to pick my delivery station, for most people it will just say time not yet set, and that is for your our outlying troops like Elk City, Alva. Those don't actually have a set time yet because we are going to get those scheduled based on the initial order. And if you're in the Oklahoma City metro area, there will be 2 dates for the cookie warehouse pickup, and you will just click and pick your time in this slot. Sorry, I can't show you that. Once you are done, you will submit your info, and you can always view your confirmation, and it tells you, whoop, nope. It tells you where you will pick up and what time, and how many cookies you need to, how many vehicles you need to have based on your cookies. Sorry, I'm fighting a cold today, so my voice might start cracking soon. Okay, so now we've got our cookies ordered. We're going to go pick them up at our cookie delivery station. And we're going to go home, recount all of our cookies, and make sure that we're starting off on a good place. We're going to store them where they won't melt, where they can't have rodents, where no one will be smoking, and that way our cookies will be nice and fresh for our customers. Then we can divvy them up based on what parents and the girls want. So we've already hopefully got all, you should, before you check out any cookies to any parent, you need to have a permission slip for any parent that is picking up cookies. So if a girl lives with her mom but also sells with her dad, if her dad is going to pick up cookies, we recommend that you have a parent permission slip for both of those parents, just to protect you, just because if dad picks them up but doesn't want to pay for them, mom's not stuck with all of them. Unfortunately, we get into those sticky situations, so that's our recommendation, that you have a parent permission slip for each parent that is going to sign for cookies. Once a girl, let me back up. Once you get your receipt books, and if you need more, we can always get you some through your service unit cookie consultant. But our recommendation is that you have one book just for cookies. And you go in, and as you can see on this left side, that the receipts are labeled C1, C2, C3. You could put your troop number, which in this case we're using 101. You could put 101-1, 101-2, 101-3, and then so forth until the end of your cookie book. And when you start a new one, continue with those numbers. Sorry, I just saw that I have a question for initial order. You do not order additional cookies for booths at this time. We will show you how to order more cookies if you need them for booth sales. Okay, sorry, back to the receipts. So we have them numbered for our product, and then if we keep another receipt book for just money that is turned in. And as you can see, we did M1, M2, M3, and that helps you kind of keep a better balance of where your receipts are, what they're for, and that way if you know you're looking for a money receipt, you can always go to the money receipt book. If you're looking for where a girl checked out, you can always go to the cookies checked out. Receipts are very, very, very important. If you take away nothing else, take away that receipts are the most important part of the cookie sale. We have a family guide. It's online only at the right now, but you can always talk to parents and send that out to your parents so that they are aware of receipts. I know sometimes life is busy and they want to go, 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 and they don't have time, but just explain to them that receipts and having receipts done right and not in a hurry is very important to the process. So that it transfers financial responsibility from you to the parent. We do not allow troops to turn back, or I'm sorry, parents to return cookies. Just the same, we don't allow troops to return cookies to the council after February 20th. So the troop is stuck with those cookies. So if they check them out from you, they are now financially responsible for those cookies. We recommend up to 7 cases to be checked out to parents, so for each girl. So that's a total of $336 that the parent would be liable for. If you, as a troop leader, check out more than 7 cases to a parent and that parent does not pay, the troop is then responsible for anything over that $336 because that's all that council will reimburse your troop for. So that's why receipts are very important, and it's very easy to follow. Way of putting them in helps us if we ever need to help you. So here we're looking at Miss Kara. Kara came, oh, let me move over. I have to switch troops because I can't do both. So Miss Kara has come and checked out boxes. As you can see, I'm going to kind of circle here. I have my receipt number, I have my troop number, and a date. Very, very important is that I have my parent signature and I signed for them, and we know who they're for. They're for Kara. So Kara took 6 boxes of Savannah Smiles, 6 boxes of Trefoils, 6 Do-Si-Dos, 6 Mo's, 6 tag-alongs. She took a whole case of Thin Mints over here, which is 12 boxes. And then we have Girl Scout S'mores and Toffee-Tastics, which are $5 a box instead of the 4. So we're going to total it up here. So she took one case and 38 boxes, which equals 50 boxes of cookies. We're going to make that very clear to her. On your first receipt, we recommend that you let them know the total amount that they will owe for the cookies. So we've broken it out here. We all have our smartphones, which have calculators, because I would never be able to do this in my head without a calculator. She has $168 for her $4 cookies, and then $40 for the specialty cookies. Talking about this now with your parents so that they remember that that $5 a box really does make a difference. If she's, I mean, here it's $8, but if you look at it for the whole troop, if you're getting shorted $1 for those cookies, but your troop is having to pay, you know, more for those cookies to Girl Scouts Western Oklahoma, then $8 can be a big deal. So her total that she needs to turn in is $208 at the end of the cookie sale. So when I, as a person who is checking out cookies and I'm keeping track of it in eBuddy, I'm going to go here to my Girl Orders tab, and I will click on Kara. And for Kara, I will add a transaction, and since I have labeled my receipts, I will put in that it is C1, and because I like to, I will add the date. So here is where your cookies are located. So she has checked out, I'm sorry, let's go over these at the top. So we don't put any cookies in initial order. So there will not be anything in these first 2 columns. Operation Cookie Drop is when a girl takes a donation for cookies that then get donated to men and women overseas and then to regional food banks across Oklahoma or Western Oklahoma. So this is money that you will take in but not give up a box. So these are additional boxes that will be ordered at the end of the sale by Girl Scouts Western Oklahoma, so the troop will not have these boxes. Cookie booths are exactly that. For when a cookie is sold at or a girl sells at a cookie booth, you enter how many she had here. And then cookie other is when we use these receipts and we have written out a receipt to the parent. These are for the $4 ones, and then specialty booth and specialty other are for the $5 boxes of Toffee-Tastic and S'mores. So S'mores and Toffee-Tastics will be combined in these specialty ones, and all the other 6 varieties will be in the cookie booth or cookie other. So I have given her 50 boxes total, and 8 of those boxes are cookie specialty, other, and 42 of those boxes are cookie other. When I've done this, I can see my total is 50, so I know that's correct. And you click OK, and it tells me exactly how much she has due, which is $208. If at any time you have missed put the amount due over here, you can always update the parent and let them know, hey, I forgot to add I forgot that these were $5 a box. So if I had only given her $200 total here, just letting you know that it's going to be $208. 2 weeks later, it looks like, Kara's mom has come in and turned in money to me. So I'm going to use my money receipts, which is M1. And she turned in money to me. She turned in $125 cash. So I'm going to denote that here, that this push was in cash. And then she wrote me, or she didn't write me, she brought me 3 checks that were written to the troop, and they totaled $50. So I am going to take that, just letting her know that, you remember, I had this as a check, $50 as checks, $125 in cash, just in case there's ever any questions. It's always good to talk about it and write it down so that you can kind of jog your memory for things. So she brought me back $175, and as a troop leader, I would then, let's switch here, add a payment to Miss Kara. So I label my receipts. So I'm going to label it M1. I like to put the date, 2/15. I think I put 16 on these. Sorry, guys, that should be 17. I tried to be progressive. And she brought me $175. So that updates her total to where she owes the troop $33. Because it's still early in the sale and she has more customers that want to come back, or she hasn't hit all of her customers yet, maybe that's it. Oh, let me move this over. Because she turned in $175, I can then check out up to my 7 full cases to her. So she only wants 30 more boxes, which equals $120, which is well within her range because she only owes $33 left. So I'm going to check her out some more boxes of cookies. Same thing, I'm going to write out the receipt. I am going to make sure that I have a parent signature. I'm going to make sure that I have signed it and that I have told her exactly how many boxes. You can write out again. It's just sometimes doing a running tally is really hard to say that you still have $33 due plus now these 30 boxes due. So you don't necessarily have to do a running tally, but you definitely can if you are very good at that. If you check them out from your house and you have a computer, lots of times troop leaders will enter the new receipt. They will add a transaction and do the new receipt right in front of the parent and then write down their total. So she, once again, is checking out cookies from us, so that's the other. And we're going to hit OK. Now we know she owes $153 and save. One of the really great things about the girl transaction or the girl orders tab is now I'm looking, flipping through my receipts, and right here for the girl's name, I know Jane's next, so I can switch right down to Jane and add a transaction and enter all of the information in here. If I need to go back, just return to the summary view. So that's why receipts are important, and you can enter them, nightly or however you want. We do have 2 rewards based on individual sales, which is the 2-week period before boost sales begin. So through February 17th, we ask that troop leaders by February 20th February 19th at 11:59 p.m. We ask you to have entered in all of your girls' receipts and payments up to February 17th. So they can earn individual rewards based on what is in this paid column. So if we have Jane, who we're going to add a transaction, she checked out, and we'll let her get the 7 cases. We'll say it's like C15. Okay, so she checked out 7 times 12. $300 worth of cookies, and I'm going to go in. She came in. She completely sold out of all of her cookies. So I'm going to put like my money receipt. She came in and she gave me $400 because somebody gave her a $100 bill to do her Operation Cookie Drop. Well, since she owes money, I'm going to add in and probably write a separate receipt for her. If somebody did 100, sorry, I got to think about it. 100 divided by 4 is 20. Wow. I'm telling you, I'm dealing with a cold. 25. So she has $400 total. What we do is we lock you out of eBuddy on February 20th. We run a report, and we go clearly on or solely on this paid column. So she has $400 paid, and when we divide that by $4, that's 100 boxes that she has sold. So she would get the patch for 100 boxes sold before February 17th. Deidre sent a message of why isn't the balance due column updating, and it does have a little bit of a lag, so I'm not sure if that's why it isn't, but I see it as updated. Down at the very bottom, hopefully you're looking down here at the very bottom, that's where it would update. Okay, so now we're getting ready for booth sales. It's almost February 17th. I have all my girls' receipts entered for individual rewards. And so now, I love eBuddy because it reminds you to always save. So I need more cookies. And as a troop leader or troop cookie consultant, I have the ability to go in and order more cookies. And I do that here in the transaction tab. And if I need more cookies, I'm going to add a transaction. And it's going to take a second, I guess. Weird. Let's see if this will let me add a transaction. I just tested this out. Let me go back to this view and see if it'll let me. So you will add a transaction, and most cupboards, I'm sorry, let me look here. So I'm going to make sure that I'm picking up from a cupboard, and I want to come to the council one, or if I live in Elk City, I want to go to the Elk City one. Council cupboards have the option to only allow pickups during the operation hours. So if I'm going to choose this, then I need to make sure that my pickup is during these times. So always try and do 48 hours in advance for a transaction from the cupboard. That way we can see if everybody needs Thin Mints and there's not enough Thin Mints in the cupboard to cover all the troops that want to pick them up. I can get our logistics company to get more Thin Mints to that location. So 48 hours is best, but letting us know as much in advance as possible of what you need. Sometimes the cupboard will run out of certain things, and so the most of what we need to get comes from eBuddy. So if it's not in there, I can't see to move it over there. So this hours of operation is Monday through Thursday, 9 to 6. So I'm just going to put in that I need them on Thursday, and I'll come pick them up at 3 o'clock. A receipt will be automatically generated, and I'm going to put in how many cases. All covered orders must be done in full cases. Towards the end of the sale, some will let you do in packages, but it still must equal a full case. So you'd have to get 6 of a variety and 6 of another variety. So we did pretty good. I'm going to order 2 more cases of everything, except I'm going to get 4 more cases of Thin Mints and no more Toffee-tastic. And it's going to give me a confirmation receipt. If it doesn't print this, if it just keeps spinning, you might have an error on eBuddy, so you can go back and make sure that it's actually saved. So this puts more boxes of cookies in my transaction page. So as a troop, we now have quite a bit of cookies. Let me see if this will let me go back. If you have already put in your initial order, can you change it? No, you cannot, but if you want me to, I can actually unsubmit it so that you can change it. After the 6th, they're pretty set in stone, so then it isn't possible, but if you know right now that you need to, type it in there like yes, and I'll unsubmit it for you by the end of the night. Okay, so to sign up for booth sales, you click on the booth sites tab, and all the booth sale locations are by city. So if I know I live in Edmond and my troop wants to go to this Walmart on Friday, February 17th, I can click on there and they're all claimed. So if I can't go to that one, then I should look at another location. Yes, we're going to do Saturday at this time. So all I do is click to add my troop to that time slot and click submit. If it is not time to do booth sales yet, then it will give you the booth sale signups are not yet allowed. Once you do have a troop confirmation, you can print it off, or you will also get email reminders that you have a booth sale coming up. If you have a parent or a business of your own, that a parent owns a business, you own a business, and you want to have a booth sale, or you have a really close friend that owns a shop and they're going to let you do a booth sale, and as long as it's not here on any of these lists for a city, you can add a My Sale. You do that by this little drop-down box, and you'll add a location. If you've ever had any, you've already set some up, they'll show up here. But if there are none, you'll click Add a Location, and you'll let us know what it is. So if it's a hair salon, we need the full address in here and what days you are going to do it. It does have to be within the booth sale date limits, so it has to be from February 17th to March 26th. Once you do that, you can click Add, and it will show up. Allow us 48 hours for approval. We check them every day, but you know, if it's late on a Friday, we may not be here anymore. But we'll let you know if it's denied, why. If there's another troop that also has the same option of going to the same hair salon and they asked for that date and time and got it into eBuddy first, then they have the right to be there. So if it's a booth sale that is already set up, then playing by the rules is how you get to do your booth site. So during the sale, let me look here. Oh, actually, sorry, let me go back to this transactions. If at any time you, say you have a lot of Savannah Smiles. We just are not getting rid of these Savannah Smiles, and another troop is looking for Savannah Smiles. A lot of times service units have Facebook pages where they talk about this, that they I'm having trouble, you can write on there, I'm having trouble getting rid of my Savannah Smiles. Please pick them up for me before you go to the cupboard. If that is the case, as the troop giving a case of Savannah Smiles to another troop, I am going to first write a receipt and make sure that I'm the one who's giving it away and the troop leader from the other troop signs it. I will add a transaction in eBuddy, and instead of cupboard, oh goodness, instead of cupboard, I will enter troop. And so I type in the troop that I am going to transfer cookies to. And I am, oh, nope, I'm only doing one case and giving them one. So when I come back to my transactions tab, I will now have negative 12 boxes of Savannah Smiles, meaning I gave that case to Troop 301, and they now have financial responsibility for that case. During the sale, we have, sorry, let me actually get back here. We have ACHs, which are 3 different ACHs. The schedule is here in the corner. It's also in your Troop Consultant Manual. Your first ACH is on February 21st, and it is half of your initial order of the balance due. So in this Deposits tab, we will put in, let's see if I put it in here, your first ACH. So on February 14th, these will be loaded. So by 5 o'clock on February 14th, they will be loaded in eBuddy. I can look at this tab and see that GS West OK is going to take out $6,000 from our account on February 21st. If I don't have $6,000 in my account, I will send an email to info@gswestok and say, hi, I'm Melissa, I'm with Troop 201, and we don't have $6,000 for our first ACH. What I do have is $5,400. So you do have to make a payment for each of these ACHs, but if you cannot meet that amount before 48 hours of the 21st, so I need to have it by the February 19th, that you cannot pay your full amount, but you can pay this amount, and we can lower that ACH. If you are killing it and you just don't want all that money in your account, say my girls have sold $10,000 worth, which this happens quite a bit too, I want to make sure that I don't owe a lot of money towards the end of the sale, so I'm going to send an email that says, I know my ACH is only $6,000, but I would like to do a $10,000 ACH on this account on the 21st, and we can do that as well. But if you bounce or if a ACH does not clear your account and we do not have any record of you sending an email in writing within 48 hours, your troop is liable for or responsible for the payment of the fees for that bounce. Okay. At any time during the sale, you can go and look at your troop sales report, and it is going to list all of the cookies that you have checked out or given away to other troops, and it will have all of your deposits in how much you owe the Girl Scouts Western Oklahoma down here. So looking at this, I have checked out 2,748 boxes of cookies, and I have, which would equal $11,256. My troop would get the proceeds of $1,600 or $648.80. So therefore, we'll owe Girl Scouts Western Oklahoma $9,607.20. Those 3 ACHs and any online digital cookie payments will show up here in your deposit. So we'll talk a little bit more about digital cookie in a minute and what that's going to look like, but this is where it's going to show up. And it's just a running tally. So anytime you make a payment, you will see this lesson, or anytime you add cookies here, you will be able to see this go up. Okay, so the end of the sale has come, and we need to turn in our rewards for girls. So I've gone through my Girl Orders tab, and I've divvied up cookies to everyone who has ordered or has got them. Let me see, sorry. Then we're going to click on our rewards. So our rewards order, we're going to view, and nothing has been submitted yet. But Kara sold 80 boxes. So when looking at this, she will get a theme patch, an Al Dangler, and they will earn the Troop PGA shirt. But if I need to fill it out, I click here on Fill Out. And this is red because I need to make a size. I can do it individually, or I can go in and enter all girls at the same time. So Kara has sold 80 boxes. These are the 2 items she'll earn because we had such a high PGA for these 2 girls that we're selling for quite a bit. We can mark her. She needs a youth large. And Corey sold nothing. Jane also earned the same 2 things. And so I'd fill this out for every girl, and then I would click Submit. It's going to ask me, obviously, if I want to submit. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to take us back here. So now they're green. I'm going to click on at the very bottom. It's going to have Submit Your Reward Order. This is due 3 days after the sale is over, which is March 29th. And so you just need to go in and fill those out and submit your order. Once they're submitted, if you need to change it, as soon as you can, let me know by sending an email to info@gswestok.org. I know you guys love it when I say that, but that is where we would let it, we would have to change it. So now, sorry, I'm going to come back to this screen. I guess I thought, sorry. Get back here. I'm going to make this a little bigger. So also, if there's anything that you ever have questions about, you can come to the eBuddy Help Center. This is where we have lots of instructions on each tab, what you can do around each tab if you need help. And also there's step-by-step instructions in your Troop Cookie Manual for each tab as well. If you are missing anything, such as the Troop Cookie Consultant Training overall, I will put this recording here on the Help Center under Troop Consultant Training. If you want to see the Family Guide, you can click on it and it will take you to another page and show you the Cookie Family Guide, and you can forward that to all of your parents in your troop so that they can look at it. And this is just an extended kind of rule and rules of the cookie cell, explanations of the cookie cell, how the cookie cell works, why we do it. But it just helps you as a troop leader kind of be able to tell a little bit better story around the cookie sale for your parents, because I know they get frustrated with it sometimes and don't understand all the rules and things like that, and it's just on there. Let me take you back there. If you ever need a permission slip or the 5 for 5 form, we're working on getting the Operation Cookie Job form up here anytime, you can just print those off if you just need an extra one. Here's the Family Guide. So you can print it off. It just has great little tidbits and helps explain the cookie sale for parents. Um, so now let's talk about cookie or digital cookie. I'm sorry, I thought I had this ready to go. So Laura had a good question. If a girl chooses not to sell cookies, is there a deadline to remove her in eBuddy so that the troop average is higher? If you are looking for individual girl recognitions, hold on, let me back up. If a girl is in your troop and just does not want to sell cookies, there is not a way to remove her because she's still a part of your troop, and you never know, halfway through the spell she may start selling. Or if she just wants to do boost sales, she's allowed to do that as well. But if she's no longer participating in your troop, let us know who she is. The deadline for that would be tomorrow, midnight on the 4th, and we will get her removed from your eBuddy, and then we will also get her removed from your roster and volunteer system. If she is part of your troop and you're looking at the final PGA, girls selling like to get the free t-shirt for 250 boxes, that girl will not affect those cookies. Your PGA. Those will only be based on the amount of girls selling. Is there a limit to the new s'mores like the Toffee-tastic? There is not a limit on the new s'more cookies. I will tell you we do only have a set limit. We've ordered pretty aggressively so that we won't run out of the new s'more cookies, but I cannot guarantee how long they will be in the cupboards. We always plan to run out of Savannah Smiles. We always plan to run out of trefoils, and we are planning on running out of the s'more cookies towards the end of the sale. So the only thing guaranteed would be your initial order, but there's always troops around that would do troop-to-troop transfers. Okay, so let's talk about digital cookie real fast. I'm going to go over probably about 5 minutes, but just to get in here. Digital cookie, you guys should, as volunteers, should have received a registration link to register for digital cookie, and it starts off with saying, Girl Scout cookies have gone digital, are you? And it's like a question mark. And that currently is just to sign in to see your troop. And if you have a daughter in the troop as well, you won't be able to see her until January 6th. So January 6th at 4 a.m., all parent emails go out to register for digital cookie. Parents have to set the site up for their daughters, hopefully with their daughters. They're talking about it together and doing it together and letting her drive the mouse so that she can learn these marketing skills and online skills. But as far as the troop leader, all you need to do is manage eBuddy. And so once the parents get their site, their girls' site set up, they have to approve it. And then they start sending emails. Emails for digital cookie start going out on January 27th, which is the first day of cookie pickup in Oklahoma City. So girls in outlying areas can always start with that. And then girls can update their goal throughout the sale. They have to manage their orders, and then they can also download the app and use the cookie app to take credit cards throughout the sale. We have already done our GS West OK upload, so we cannot actually delete girls out of eBuddy anymore. We can move them out of your troop. As far as eBuddy and what it looks like for digital cookie, I'm going to put this on here. When a girl has a digital cookie order, it shows up under her in the transaction tab, in the girl order tab, underneath her name. So this is for Annabella, and this is DOC delivery. So she had a girl delivery. So somebody ordered cookies from her. They made a payment online, so it makes the payment in the payment column. But because she had a girl delivery, she's already checked those cookies out from her cookie, from her cookie chair and her troop leader. And so it does not post any cookies in her order. This is the cookie order, the numbers behind it. So if there's ever any question, we can go look up that order and see exactly what happened. Cookie donation is the same way. It posts the payment of $8 in her account, and because they were donated cookies, they're in her operation cookie drop column. So basically, as a troop leader, you wouldn't have to do anything with that except just keep in mind that, you know, she got 2 here and there was a payment. And her last one is digital cookies shipped. So it will actually add cookies. This person bought 8 boxes of cookies, so it adds it to her cookie other. It's still coming from a warehouse in, I think it's Michigan, but because the troop is then getting these cookies, technically you're getting the proceeds from these cookies, it will also post a payment. So as a troop leader, you don't have to do a lot of work around digital cookie, except for just being aware of the paid column, and possibly your receipts might not add up because they're getting payments online and they're not coming through you directly. If a girl chooses to use the app to take a credit card for cookies, the only difference is it'll say DOC in hand. And same thing, it will not add any cookies to the area. It will just add a payment because she is checking those cookies out from the troop chair. There was a question, digital cookie is almost exactly the same as it was last year. If you had it last year, I have heard it has been trained upon that you will not have to re-enter your information. You will just have to make sure you get the new link and it'll have you re-register. The only thing is sometimes people use different information or email addresses, so it may not link up and no. So if unfortunately you may have to resubmit all of your information, but it's not designed to be like that. It is designed to just show you or carry over from next year or last year. I apologize. Okay. Oh, do I not have that? Let me show you what a digital cookie looks like on digital cookie payments are confusing for your sales report. Sorry, I'm going to show somebody's information here. So this is a troop sales report from last year, and you can see all of the different digital cookie ones. So here's all the payments. So digital cookie does not go directly into your troop bank account. It goes to just one troop account, or one account to Girl Scouts Western Oklahoma. So it gets applied to your yeah, this one had a lot of different transactions. So it gets applied to your payments on your sales report. So it just counteracts your payments that you owe to council, and it lessens your third ACH. So at the end of the sale, you may not owe as much money because they're all getting captured here as digital cookie payments. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a little easier to see in real time, but okay, I think, let me look at my spreadsheet, but I think that's all we have. If there's any questions, I'll hang out for a little bit. How you log on to Digital Cookie, you'll actually receive a link. And so if you haven't received that link, I already have you down for something, Lori, so I can resend it to you if I need to. But I will hang out for a couple more minutes to answer questions. But otherwise, thank you. We really appreciate all you do, and we want to make sure that we are here for you. So please, if you have time, it's due tomorrow, but log into eBuddy. Let us know if you're missing any girls, and really do sit down and read the Troop Cookie Consultant Manual. It's I know it's wordy and lengthy, and sometimes it's hard, but it is a lot of really good information and really will help prepare you for anything that's coming up. So thank you so much, and happy 100th anniversary of the Girl Scout Cookie Sale. It's a huge, huge year for us, and we're really, really excited, and we have lots of fun things coming up. So yeah, if you have anything else, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for coming.